Guys, Deluded Gooner. First off, before I start, I'm actually using a new mic as I make this video. Those of you who complain about my mic, this is for you. If you see an improvement, please, I beg you, just tell me. Just please comment. Because if there's not, I'll return this and get my money back if there's no difference. You guys know how I am already. But yeah, we're here again. Q&A again. I told you guys, get your questions in. Don't think your question is stupid if you have any. I really like to speak to you guys and answer your questions. I'd love to do this on Sunday again, but you guys need to ask me some questions. No questions equal, it's not going to be done. So yeah, I've got a couple questions in. We might as well start. You guys know I'm not going to show you the handwriting because my handwriting's poor, left-handed and that. But yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, Twitter guy, Kazlang Bajuri. Forgive me, man. That name is very hard. Forgive me for getting your name wrong. Which manager in the top 6 to be sacked before the end of the season or end of the season? Now that's tricky. Now, if it was on performance, you'd say Wenger based on last year, but for whatever reason, you've shown that he's basically untouchable. Conte, I don't want to say sacked, but I could see it ending at Chelsea potentially because I've brought videos to you guys before, similar to Spurs but in a different way. Something is going on behind the scenes. I don't know whether he is inability to get his targets. You're seeing Matic sold against his will allegedly. Failure to get Alexandro, failure to get Lukaku. So it is probably very frustrating for him when you consider that they're in Champions League as well. They're defending the league title. That's hard to do in any league, more so the Premier League, because when has it happened? So yeah, you do feel with Chelsea it can go either way. I don't want to say sacked, but maybe Conte might walk. He might just walk or something might happen, and it could be them typical Chelsea stories, if you get where I'm going. Of course, I actually like Conte. I don't want him to leave the Premier League. I think he's good for the Premier League. He's got everyone playing free at the back. I don't want that to happen, but it's just something leaves me uneasy. I don't think Pep's can get sacked. You could say that there's more pressure on him because he's the Messiah and meant to take them to the next level and things like that. So you could say him. Klopp, again, similar to Conte, in regards to recruitment, whatever's happening behind the scenes, if it does feel like conflicting reports in regards to Coutinho at this moment in time, for example, because Klopp, obviously he's in the know, but he said he's not for sale, he doesn't want to sell him. You know, the group that runs Liverpool are open to sell him, and you're hearing Barcelona saying they're in advanced stage for negotiations. Now, whether Klopp's doing the typical Wenger thing of denying that negotiation plans are happening, I don't think it's that. I think Klopp doesn't want to let him go, and is it the FSG or whatever they've decided? Every player has a price. Quite rightly, I know for football fans it's not right, but these guys own the clubs. Again, it's not right, but if they decided they want to move him on, there's nothing Klopp could do. So you could see on that aspect, and in the sense that he did say 3 years he'll win the league. So this is his 3rd year, right? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but this is his 3rd season, the one that's just started. So there is some sort of pressure. I don't think he'll get sacked. He's probably been Liverpool's best manager of recent years. He's another one I don't want to see leave the Premier League. I like him a lot. I have a lot of time for Klopp. So I don't know, man. I don't think I can't really see anybody being sacked per se. Maybe Conte just leaving. I hope that answers your question. Next, Skill52 from Twitter. So, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. England in the World Cup / thoughts on Southgate. Now, I guess I am a big fan of, rather than make it a constant revolving door of these England managers, giving them a chance, hyping them up and then exiting, giving Southgate a chance. He's earned that on paper. He's been doing his thing with the under-21s. You've seen him when he's got the job. He's been trying to play free at the back. He's been experimenting with different players and different formations. I don't agree with calling up the likes of Livermore. Yes, Livermore was in okay form, but come on, these are not guys that are going to take you forward. No disrespect to him. So yeah, I suppose Southgate is seeing is believing. The most thing I'd like to see from him is to put a hat on players like, I don't know, Luke Shaw. I don't know, there's a bit of bias, but Rob Holding. He likes Wells, but it's not Wells. All these sort of young players. I don't know. For instance, just to aid my argument, Ben Gibson. All of these guys. You put your hand on five of them and say we're going to work with you or whatever, like you've seen with the Germans and things like that. Not the best of examples I named, but you get where I'm going. In regards to England at the World Cup, I don't think they're going to do anything. England have shown they constantly overhype themselves and overestimate teams. Even look at the Iceland in the Euros when they lost to Iceland, completely disrespecting Iceland, talking about the next rounds, and then they got smacked. Until players are picked on merit, until a core of players are selected, until it's not just trying to copy what the Spanish and the Germans, who are the in thing at the moment, are doing, I don't see England do anything. So I think that's going to be a very quick holiday for England's national team, if that answers your question. To be honest, it just, playing for England, it used to be something of pride. Now it just feels like a link up with all the players, man. It just feels like they meet all their boys from other clubs and just chill. So yeah, I don't think they're going to do anything, if that answers your question. Next, Yank for Arsenal. Do you pull for other English sides in Europa League / Champions League? Nope. The only time I've ever wanted an English side to win it is when United played Chelsea, purely because, I mean, it's pick your poison. I mean, I didn't want either to win it. If both could lose, it would have been perfect. But yeah, man, Chelsea, I'm not trying to hear that. United can go with it. We're more closer in rivals with Chelsea. Yes, historically, the United things, but Chelsea, yeah. I'm not a campaigning for, I don't care about this whole, oh, it's better for the English league if English teams win. No, my club hasn't won it. My club lost in '06. My club was about 23 or 17 minutes from winning the Champions League. So until we win it, if we win it, maybe I'll cheer other clubs, but I don't want the likes of City, who haven't won it, Chelsea to win it again, United to win it. I don't care about none of these English teams like that. Like, so no, I hope that answers your question. It's Arsenal or nothing, to be honest with you. So yeah. John Maxwell, how old are you? I'm in my 20s, bro. I know I'm older. I'm much older than I look. Trust me, man. I'm in my 20s. But yeah, Mike Toby, one player who you think will win the Ballon d'Or in 10 years. Now, if you mean within 10 years, then you've got to say it's impossible to predict. He'll probably be an unknown player that nobody knows about. But you've got to say the likes of Dembele, Mbappe, Asensio, if he keeps going on like this. Gab Jesus, if reports of his potential are to be believed. Thomas Lemar, who I believe his potential is underrated in a sense. There's a lot of players you could put your hat on and say Dembele, Osman Dembele. So if you mean within 10 years, then yeah. But if you mean in 10 years, then I don't know, man. I mean, who knows? You have to predict the future for that. I wouldn't know what to tell you, my guy. But I'm keen to see as much as you as to who it would be. So yeah. Lastly, Assad Hussein, top 6 in order / who will get relegated. Top 6, I actually had to write this down. Top 6 at this current moment in time, in whatever date in August I'm making this video, I say United first because of my logic, and I've been telling you guys. City second, Chelsea third, but that can go either way because of the Conte thing I've said about you. Arsenal to sneak fourth, in my opinion, and that's on the basis that yeah, we've been 20 odd years, didn't get it this year, so you like to think we'll be back in it. We're out of our comfort zones. Of course, Arsenal have proven to expect the unexpected, but I do think we'll get top 4. Don't make me look silly and be in this situation. But yeah, at this moment in time, in regards to relegated teams, there's many teams. You could say Watford, you could say Watford, you could say Swansea, you could say Bournemouth will be involved in that. Burnley, a lot of teams will be in the relegation fight. Newcastle, all these sort of teams. But the teams I've got written down, I put Brighton because I like the way they play football and they've got a good youth academy. I just don't think they have enough to stay up. Swansea have battled against it for the last 2 seasons on the brink. Maybe third time might not be so lucky. So them. And lastly, I've got to say Huddersfield. Either Huddersfield or the other promoted side, purely because, again, Huddersfield play good football. They press, they defend well. But it just comes down to the quality and the squad size and things like that. And I don't think they have enough. Like I said, it could be numerous sides. There's about 6, 7 sides that could arguably be part of the bottom 3. But yeah. Anyways, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Get in the comments with more stuff. Like I said, I want to bring something out on Sunday. Please give me some questions. Doesn't matter how stupid. It doesn't have to be Arsenal related. In most cases, it doesn't even have to be football related. But yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. It means a lot.